Also, Aquemini has one of the best skits, other than Styles P, A Gangster and a Gentleman. His skits.
Which one?
That Oski
Oski
Woski
Woski.
65. You just charged me 50 the other day. He's, I guess it had a $15 plane ticket.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's Three Brothers No Sense, your favorite barbershop style podcast. This your boy Ferg, joined my co-host Buff and Rozzy. Fellas, what it do?
I got it. Oh, I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. It has been a long season. Both my babies, Sophie and Ollie, were playing flag football and tackle football, respectively. Both of them made it to the championship, and both of them lost. But I am tired. It was practice every night, 2 different parks, so we going, back and forth trying to figure it all out. Ollie had his final game today, and he's done. So I'm just happy to not do anything. So don't talk to me till January 1 because I'm tired. So other than that, man, excited about the Snowfall spinoff. I don't know if y'all knew that they were going to have a Snowfall spinoff, but they're going to be following, what's the name? Leon and Wanda. They came back from Africa, and it's going to be based in the early 90s as gangster rap was starting to come out. So, Snowfall's based in LA. So you're going to have like the NWA and everything kind of as a backdrop of what's happening. And so, I don't know. People are excited about it. They greenlit the entire season, and so not just the pilot. So we'll see. But Snowfall's back, so loving that. And finally,
what is it going to be on?
FX. Yeah. All of them was on FX, so that'll be there. And last thing I got, man, is Jay-Z is not the pappy. So he has been fighting a paternity suit from some 30-year-old dude for over 10 years now. Dude couldn't get on child support. I don't know what. He just wanted to say Jay-Z was his daddy or something like that. But Jay would never take a paternity test. So that kind of lets me know that he probably was the daddy. But he wouldn't take a paternity test, and he never took a paternity test. But the courts said that, the dude didn't bring enough evidence or whatever, and they dismissed it with prejudice. So he can't bring it back anymore. So it is what it is, but Jay-Z's not the daddy officially now.
What other evidence can you bring if you don't have a paternity test?
Pictures with my mama? I don't know. I mean, and the thing is, I don't understand how the court didn't order Jay-Z to do it. Like
if he's adamantly saying I'm not the father, then there's probably not going to be any evidence other than paternity.
Yeah, he dodged that one. I don't know. Like you say, I don't know what else they could have other than saying, my mom and you at this date or whatever, and we got evidence or video evidence or something like that. But I don't know. He did a really, really good job of dodging it. He wouldn't take the paternity test. The courts never actually ordered him to do it, so they wouldn't hold him in contempt. So he probably just paid everybody off. I'm assuming that's what happened. But either way it goes, he dodged it. He probably could have just paid some back child support and been done with it.
She would have been coming for his head, but if you pay, that means you're admitting it, and that opens the floodgates.
Yeah. But that's all I got, man. I don't know if y'all saw. We had SNAP. Now we don't have SNAP benefits. So
go on there, Roger.
I was just gonna say, I did post a really good explanation for the folks that don't know. Ketanji Jackson Brown was the actual Supreme Court representative, or that took the case and decided whether it was going to go to the actual full Supreme Court or not. And she sent it back to the lower court to have them rule on it. And so the lower court, the federal court, said that Trump had to pay full SNAP benefits. Ketanji Jackson Brown said no. He doesn't have to do it. She's giving them a 2-day reprieve where he didn't have to do it, but she told the court they had to rule on one little other thing, but what happened was that puts the Supreme Court on the clock, and they have to judge and rule on that so that they don't have to just kick the can down the road or whatever. So it was actually a really smart play for her to do that versus it coming up to the Supreme Court as the full Supreme Court and them kicking it back, because they would kick it back and not put a time limit on it so they could slow play it a lot. It was actually a really, really smart play for her. So, but right now we don't have full SNAP benefits. So, there's people out there hungry. I just want to say, anybody out there that's thinking that anybody other than the Republicans are holding y'all SNAP benefits hostage, at this point, I don't know how you can say that when they have the emergency funds to do it. The courts have told them to pay it, and they still have decided not to do it. So
scroll our Facebook page. We posted a few links last week on ways to get help during the shutdown, and one of them was about food. There are plenty of places across the country that are food banks or whatever that are helping people that are going through it right now. So it's just some tough times, man. So seek out all the help you can and take advantage of it.
Buff, let me chime in. I mean, I know you're not getting SNAP, but you're also a federal employee. How are you and your people doing? How are you holding up?
We're good. So I'm grateful of the people that are close to us that have said, hey, man, look, if it gets to it and you need help, just let me know. And I know it's genuine. I know they're not just saying it. So that's very appreciative. Right now, I can't say we're good. We can take care of everything, but like I was venting to someone, it's one thing to have enough to take care of the necessities that are going to come, but it's the unexpected things. Your check engine light come on your car, your water heater break down, things like that. That's when things get really tight or whatever like that. So I just wish that both parties, both sides, all involved will realize the real people that are hurting, why they negotiate. And I put that in quotes because mostly what they're doing is just saying whose fault it is. And it's like, okay, we get it. You think it's their fault, they think it's your fault. Get to the negotiator because people are really hurting. And so right now we are okay, but obviously the longer it goes, like I say, when you see that GoFundMe, that means it's real. So yeah, man, appreciate you asking though, bro. I just want to say, speaking of tough times, y'all president has floated the idea of 50-year mortgages now to make housing payments a little less. As we know, for the most part, home loans are 30 years. 50 years, look, on the one hand, I get it. It will lower monthly payments, but I just see more cons than pros. For one thing, to build equity in your home is going to take much, much longer with a 50-year mortgage. Congress would have to amend some things in the Dodd-Frank Act because right now it doesn't even support 50-year mortgages. And with all the bad that comes with a 50-year mortgage, think about it. Most people, if you do everything right, you don't F around, you go to school or whatever, for the most part, you're not ready to buy your first house until your early 30s. I know in our circle, some of us were in our 20s, but that's not always normal. It's usually your 30s. So you're talking about being 80 when you pay off this home. That's crazy. And the fact is, when you look at it, it really, in most cases, only lowers monthly payments by like $150 to $200. But you add in on 20 whole years. So I don't want to call this idea dumb because some people think that's a decent idea. And I know with car loans, similarly with car loans, we've seen car loans where they've gone from the regular 5-year to people financing for 7 and 8 years now, which still is unheard of for me. But that's what pushed back my plans to buy a Tahoe last year because I'm like, I can't do it. Not at these car prices. So I don't think a 50-year mortgage is a good idea, especially like I say, if it was lowering monthly payments by like $1,000 or something, I'd be like, you know what, that'll help people. $200, I don't see who that really. I think you're jamming yourself up more. I feel like you got more to say on it, Roger, too, if you want to chime in on that.
The only thing I got, man, is the reason why is because housing prices have gone up and incomes have not.
Yes.
That is why.
Right.
Like the Republicans do everything they can to get around just raising the minimum wage. Like, do that and all of this affordability will take care of itself. If wages had kept up with inflation, then this affordability issue wouldn't be an issue anymore. But they won't do that. We haven't raised the minimum wage since I want to say late 90s, if I remember right. That was the last time when it went to $7.25.
Yeah, nationally.
Yeah. So that lets you know right there, inflation wise, we should have gone, the minimum wage should have been up over the last 20 something odd years, right? And so if we do that, we wouldn't have to worry about this. They can keep up with the housing. I mean, they can keep up with the payments, and we wouldn't have to worry about as much going to 50 years, going to 40 years, car loans going to, because cars, what we're paying for cars actually is about right. Like, I hate to say it, right? A $45,000-$50,000 car is about right now. That's the average car, where it used to be about $35,000, $30,000 to $35,000. That's where it's supposed to be when you talk about inflation. Had incomes kept up with that, we would be okay. Normal people would be able to afford a $800 payment because their payments or their wages would have gone up to cover that. Well, and then when you talk about a 30-year mortgage, you're already paying almost double what you paid for the house, right? A $150,000 house with that interest rate, you're talking about $300, $280 or ish, depending on that.
About $150,000 house.
Finding $150,000 house is high. I just wanted, that's not a horrible house. That is national average. I think is like $210 or something like that. But $150,000 is a good starter home, right?
I was gonna name a city, but I ain't want to seem like shade. But it's in our hometown.
Yeah. I mean, you can still get houses like that. That's a starter home, and the thing about it is you're gonna pay almost $300,000 for that. If you went to 50 years, you're talking about another $150,000 to $200,000 in interest. So who's gonna pay $450,000 for a $150,000 house over 50 years? And that's why Trump floated it, because it's good for Republicans, it's good for bankers, it's good for the rich, because they get to make money off of that. Now you have loans that are out there and outstanding longer.
Because no one will ever pay off a house, and the bank will just constantly always own that home.
And we're looking at, did he say interest rates are going to lower? Because, 6% interest rate on a 50-year mortgage, that's just, because that's what interest rates are right now, right? So if we're saying, hey, we're going to lower interest rates to 2-3% over 50 years, I'm not saying it's a great plan, but that makes more sense.
The only other two things I got, man, this story kind of got some national attention. School teacher here in Virginia, Abby Swarner, if I'm saying that last name correct. She was shot by her 6-year-old student, and she wound up suing the assistant principal, and she won her case earlier this week. She won a $10 million lawsuit. Obviously, assistant principal doesn't have $10 million, but that's what she was awarded. So that made a little national news. And also, man, back to y'all president again, man. He wants the Washington Commanders to name their new stadium. For those of you that don't know, the Commanders are moving from, they currently play in Landover, Maryland. They're moving the stadium back into Washington, D.C., and he wants them to name the stadium after him. I don't even know how much he believes that'll happen. I know he wants it. Don't get me wrong. I know he wants it. But I feel like at this point, as he gets closer and closer to the end of his term, he's gonna want more and more things named after him. You see the whole he wants Trump RX. He wants the stadium named after him.
He's trying to build an arch.
I'm sure he
Trump.
wants
He's trying to do an arch.
Yes. So I think he's just gonna throw as many out there and see what sticks. He wants his name everywhere before he, at some point passes away. So just look for that, man. Like, as we get further and further into this presidential term, I see him trying to get nearly everything named after him. So that's all I got.
Dementia will do that to you. My bad. I ain't want to say that. Oh, are we, Ferg, I almost steal your thunder if you were going to talk about it. Are we going to talk about this blue wave? Election night? Because, oh my God.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. I thought one of you guys would bring it up, but I was going to just really say about Marshawn Nealon, the Cowboys defensive player who died this past week, Thursday, from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. I think he was 24 years old. I just hate to see young people just anybody take their life, especially somebody young taking their life so soon. We have so much ahead of you, and I'll never speak on what somebody has going on, because I think we're so quick to be able to assume that, oh, he played professional football, he had everything. But once again, Byron always talks about, seeking mental health, all those things. It's just sad to see somebody so young, life taken so soon. That's it. But no, the blue wave. Let's get into that. I thought you or Buff were going to dive into that. What are your thoughts?
It 100% was a blowback from Trump, right? It's people are. I get it. There were Democratic states, right? So the governors were going to win. New York is a Democratic city. Mondamini or Cuomo were going to win. A Democrat was going to win. But when you look at who Trump backed, who the Republicans wanted, none of them won. None of them won in Georgia. Georgia, like, they had county commissioners that were Democrats that won. It was just
Texas.
so many. Texas, right? Like, there was so many places that the Democrats came and swept that the Republicans weren't supposed to, or weren't even feeling like they were going to lose, right? They weren't supposed to lose those. And so I can tell you it's a really good sign for the midterms if this type of, like, just feeling stays there. And that's why the Democrats, they came back and they said, yeah, we'll reopen the government if you extend subsidies for 1 year. So then it'll be right back on the ballot again next year in the midterms. So they were smart to throw that out there, knowing that the Republicans weren't going to vote for that to open up the government. So it's just, I mean, it was a really, really good sign for the Democrats, and the Republicans have to be scared at this point. They really, really have to be scared that the midterms are going to be really bloody for them. I see the Democrats taking back Congress, taking back the Senate probably, and maybe even getting a supermajority in Congress if things go right for them. So they've got an opportunity to really make big waves if we start to see some stuff happening there. So we'll see.
I don't see that same optimism in Buff's eyes.
As Chris Rock said on his stand-up once, slow down. It was a good night for Dems. Let's start there. It was a good night for Dems, and I don't want to diminish that. What was that, Prop 50 in California? That even passed to where they can redistrict the state to combat what Texas did. As Raji said, they did win the three big elections that we heard about: Virginia, New Jersey, New York City. Those are, even though Virginia isn't really, it's more of a purple state. Like right now we have 2 Democratic senators, but we have a Republican governor. And so it's not blue like California and New York, but for their argument, we'll call it blue. So the 3 big competitions that Democrats won were in blue states, but Republicans are the ones that said that they were competitive in that New Jersey gubernatorial race, and it wound up being a blowout. They actually thought he could win. They were in a dead heat in the polling, and I think she won by 14 points. I'm a little bit cautious on how excited I am for this because, to me, the National Republican Party didn't even try, especially in Virginia. They didn't even try. Virginia borders D.C. Trump is right there. He didn't even mention Winsome Sears' name, the current lieutenant governor that was Abigail Spanberger's opponent. He didn't even mention. He didn't campaign for her. He didn't do any of that. And then New York City is New York City. Yes, but overall, what I'm saying is they didn't put their full power, I think, into this election. And again, I think Razi is half right when he say Republicans should be scared. But I think so for different reasons. I think Republicans need to really ask themselves, what do they look like competitively when Trump is no longer in the picture? Because if even what he says is true, even Trump said we didn't win because I wasn't on the ballot. Well, if that's true and you guys can't win unless he's on the ballot, he's 78 years old? It's not going to be on, even if he decides not to leave the White House, which we have seriously said he may do. He's only going to live but for so much longer. Republicans, how are you going to appeal nationally when he's no longer on the ballot? Is this a sign what we saw Tuesday that Democrats are going to kick ass? Like they can't beat Thanos, but they can beat what was Thanos' minions name? Like I forgot their names.
Oh,
but maybe they can beat them.
Grievous Clave or something like that. Ebony Maw. Ebony Maw,
Ebony Maw and all them. Yeah. Like they can beat Ebony Maw and the rest of them. They just can't beat Thanos. So I think that is a concern.
Thanos did lose, by the way, in 20.
Yeah, he did. But midterms and after midterms going into 2028, I think that is a big concern. What was it? J.D. Vance's brother? Mm-hmm. Didn't he lose like a mayoral contest in Cincinnati? Was it governor?
It was mayor.
Okay, so like I don't even know how nationally the party feels about J.D. Vance. So that's what I would be concerned with if I was Republicans, and they need to really tool up. I know they're going to focus on the economy in January. That's going to be Trump's messaging, but that is something that they need to worry about come the midterm.
Yeah. And they're worried about their redistricting or gerrymandering plan as well, because the way they thought they had made all these inroads into Hispanic communities.
Yeah.
And so the way they drew, especially in Texas, the way they redrew the congressional districts, they thought they had a leg up, and they saw that, that swing is way back, especially with this immigration crackdown. And so they may actually end up losing seats with the new gerrymandered maps, based off of, they drew them off of Hispanic votes thinking that they were good, and now they aren't. And so we'll see how that works.
How funny would that be?
Yeah, that'll be, I mean, just karma right there if that happens. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'll finish it off with just, we're talking politics as we know it now. I don't know if any of this is going to matter. I'm standing by that. I'm the conspiracy theorist of the group for this, on this. And I don't know if any of it's going to matter. I mean,
I think it will. So
much has been done in the last 9-10 months.
Yeah, but I
think,
like Buff said, Trump's only going to last so much longer. I mean, you already see him. People are saying that he may have had a stroke. He's fallen asleep in the White House during briefings now. I mean, people feigning he just is like staring blankly into the screen. He don't know what to do. I think it's getting to the point where he might not make it through the midterms, much less all the way to the actual election. So,
but where does that leave the country?
They're gonna have to find somebody to replace him, and I don't know.
Where does that leave his followers? Right? Do they become
they'll latch
less?
on? That's what JD's trying to do. Why he's trying to take over Turning Point USA and remarry Miss Kirk, whatever he's trying to do. But he's definitely trying to align himself with Turning Point and with that wave. So I think he wants to be the new face of MAGA, and I think Trump tried to anoint him, right? Like that's why he made him his vice president. He's really trying to get it over to him, but I don't think he's going to. I really don't think they're going to latch on to him, especially establishment Republicans. Most of them don't like him, so we'll see. I think it's probably going to be an open field.
Most of them don't like Trump. It's all about the votes.
Yeah, and he gives them what they want. I think that's the thing. They can control Trump because Trump doesn't know what's happening, right? You smooth him over a little bit and he'll let you do whatever you want to do. Like Trump's not that one that's like, oh yeah, I'm down in the weeds with all this stuff. He's just like, oh yeah, that's your thing. You go ahead and do it. JD's not like that. JD is down in the weeds. He's actually really smart. And so I think that's the difference there is he's going to be down in the weeds with them and they're not going to just be able to do whatever they want to do with him. So that's the other part.
Okay, last but not least, man, you guys got any traveling coming up? Because this government and the airports and the airlines is just ridiculous.
Yeah, no.
Man.
Nah, you saw that plane, crashed, that FedEx plane crashed UPS. In Kentucky.
Yeah, FedEx.
Yeah, so it's, no.
I mean, the engine fell off.
Yeah. But if an engine falls off, that's your FAA inspectors. Right? Like they aren't doing as much on there. Like they have to clear all these planes when they go. They do inspections and all of that. Like it's very difficult for a plane to do something like that without somebody failing an inspection or something like that. I don't know, what caused it, and I don't want to say some inspector missed it or anything like that. But when you talk about all these people that are furloughed, right? These are safety inspectors. Those are what government is paying for, right? To have these inspectors out there to make sure these checks are happening, make sure you're, so we'll see. We've got to get the shutdown done and back open so we can get back to normalcy, because I saw one of our followers, she posted, she was like, you know, we're going on day 32 and the sky hasn't fallen yet. What do these people do? We really need all these people. I'm like, a good system can last for 30 days. A good system can keep going for 30, 45 days by itself. Society doesn't fall overnight. But eventually, the things that those people were doing, you've got people that they didn't furlough everybody. And so those people that are still working are going to get burnt out. They're tired. You got people working for free. And so eventually they're going to be like, you know what? Screw this. Or they're not going to give their best. And so that's what happens. The society's still working right now because these folks are still vested. But as this drags on, people are going to start calling in more. People are going to stop caring. People aren't going to come to work. And that's when things really fall apart, because all of these things do matter. I mean, all those government agencies matter.
Yeah, anybody who has any background in like HR, and I know you do, but Razi, it's, they call it human capital management. Your people are your most important asset to any business. And when you're overworking your employees, even your best employees, it only can last so long. Their work is going to diminish. The results are going to, it's just, they're going to be overworked very, very soon. I mean, it's sad. I don't know how much longer this is going to last. I mean, there's all kind of speculations and rumors. And I think our last show, we projected it would be over by now. I think we said after November 1, and here it is November 8th. And I don't know if we're any closer to getting a resolution.
But if you got a date, you got to, like, at day 70, I'm done. This.
I certainly wouldn't say it on here.
Well, I'm committed to my job. I love my job.
Exactly. I love my job.
Exactly.
It's not about the money. It's about protecting America.
Yeah, I'm wearing the badge and feeling the honor.
There you go.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into it.
All three of us got a question last time, huh?
I think
I think you two. So
you did, and then mine kind of was a spinoff of yours.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you up, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Mine's totally left field, but we'll rock with it. So I was watching a podcast from the Rap Roundtable. So a bunch of dudes talking about rap and everything like that, and one of the guys on there was like, there is no rap album that's a actual no skip album. And I was like, that was a really hot, spicy take. And I wanted to just ask you, brothers, what's kind of your no skip albums? Like hip hop or R&B or whatever. What's your no skip albums? Or is there not any no skip albums? Like, truthfully. And so, because when we say no skip, a lot of times we say no skip, but there's one or two that, yeah, I really don't listen to them. They're good, but I don't listen to them. So, and that's what the guy was saying. He was like, there's really no album that's just like start to finish a no skip album. And so I don't know, do you guys have one or not?
Without looking, because I obviously I would have to like look at some albums. The Blueprint is a no skip album for me by Jay-Z. The College Dropout would be a no skip album, but those skits are some of those skits are so goddamn corny, and there's a couple of songs I don't rock with on there. Let me look at a few more albums real quick, but the Blueprint is, let me double check. I think Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, DMX might be a no skip for me.
That one might be good.
Give me a sec. Do some research.
Yeah, everybody got to go to the bag. Luckily, I edit it, so I can decide if we're going to edit it.
You know what? I will say, he's not that far off, because you're right. When we say no skip albums, it's usually that album that you acknowledge that every song on there is good and you rock with them, but it's still usually like one or two is like, you never really feel like listening to it. You acknowledge it's good, but you
skip it.
Skip over it.
Right. So, yeah.
Because like I'm looking at On Top of the World, 8Ball MJG, and it's like, I don't really listen to that one. 8Ball MJG On Top of the World is close for me, but let me find an actual no skip. Hold on.
Yeah, see, it's hard, right?
Let me try this.
I tried Doggy Style, because I do think Doggy Style might be my kind of no skip album. Let me take a look. It has some bangers top to bottom.
they've removed like what 3 songs from there since it came out back in the 90s. They removed G's up, hoes down. I think they removed what's the one with I think they remove the one with Sam Snead at the beginning of well, that is G's up. I would need to listen to Reasonable Doubt, but that's a possible also. Doggy Style is a no skip album, especially the version they have now. Song 1, well, they got the bathtub intro. Song 1, the G-Funk intro. Yes, I like how Rage spits on that. Gin and Juice, the shit, isn't it? Lottie Dottie, Murder Was the Case, Serial Killer. That is the only one that's on the fence. But I can listen to it. But Serial Killer is like the only one, like, I ain't need RBX on that joint. Who Am I, of course, For All My N's and B's. Ain't No Fun, which is that's like a damn cookout classic. Doggy Dog World, G's and Hustles Pump. World. Yeah. World. And Pump Pump. Doggy Style is a no skip album. You disagree, Ferg? You on mute.
I was listening. I was trying to do 2 things at once. I was trying to go out in the weeds. I was thinking, I was about to say Miseducation.
Miseducation's a good one. It's close. Okay. There's a couple in there.
I'm going through, and there's a couple that's like.
I thought you would, instead of going rap album, I thought you would go songs in A minor.
You breaking up?
Trying to reconnect. Yeah, can you hear me now? I was saying I thought you would go with songs in A minor.
I use what's that? Alicia
Stevie
Keys?
Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. What was
There's a couple of skips on there though. There are a couple of skips. I mean, I'm like 80% with him on that album. Definitely one of my favorites. I went to the concert when I came to visit Buff. We went to the tour we did with songs in A minor.
So he may be right.
Maybe the Carter 4.
Carter 4 or the Carter 3. Carter 3 is Lollipop.
Yeah. Oh, 3. You're right. You got 3. Carter 3.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I only went back to Carter 4. Oh,
Carter 3 Carter 3.
So I'm gonna throw a couple out there. I'm gonna throw a couple out there. And this one, nobody would guess I'd say this. Hey man, that TLC on the TLC tip. There's no skips on that bitch. That slaps, dog. I don't care what y'all say.
You know, I might have to go like old school Boys to Men. I might have to do like Cooley High Harmony or something.
Motown, yeah. Because that one has the Motown Philly.
Motown Philly.
Wait a minute. Whoa, no. I thought you was talking about I'll Make Love to You and Down on Bended Knee. No?
That is Boys to Men. That's
the actual album Boys to Men. So, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Let me see. Cooley High Harmony album.
Actually,
hold on. Let me check one song because Pop about to get in there. Let me see if
I thought about Machiavelli because I used to ride to Machiavelli.
Their album might be there because they only have 4 songs on it. So I don't know if that counts.
Okay. Me Against the World could have been on there except for Heavy in the Game. He got too many of his home. Every other song is a no skip though. Every other song.
We're saying no to Machiavelli?
Ooh. That's it.
See, Machiavelli's not a no skip to me. There's like 1 or 2 songs on there that like I skip almost every time. I have to go back and look. I can't remember which ones they are.
Okay. First, right. And you know what it is? It's only 12 tracks on. The more tracks they put on there,
the greater
the chance it is to skip. Yeah. But yes, it's only, and then the first one is, it's only 12 tracks, and none of them are skipped for me. None of them.
Cooley High Harmony might be, because I'm a Boyz II Men fan, but that might, any Jodeci? I'm trying to think, because in my mind, it's going to have to be R&B.
I just pictured Tabitha listening to this episode and screaming Jodeci. Like, Jodeci? But I don't know if it's a no skill for her, but I'm sure.
And I can't count compilation albums either. Because they'll have like the greatest hits or whatever. Like those are usually no skips, but those don't really count to me. Because they've cherry picked all the best songs from that artist.
I'm gonna be alone on this one, but I used to ride to this religiously. The Love Below.
Really? Okay.
The Love Below.
Yeah.
Ooh, speaking of, let me check out Aquemini real quick. Let me
Aquemini has
check
like
out
one song that I
Aquemini.
don't like on it, and so
Carter 3 has a couple of skips
Yeah.
for me. It has and I'm a huge little one. Too much thinking going. What album did I say?
Aquemini.
Aquemini, thank you. Old school players to new school food. Also, Aquemini has one of the best skits, other than Styles P, A Gangsta and a Gentleman. His skits.
Which one?
That Oski
Oski
Woski
Woski.
65. You just charged me 50 the other day. He's. I guess it had a $15 plane ticket. Let's see.
Hold on, we're doing good so far.
Chunky Fire. I've never listened to Chunky.
Chunky Fire is actually really good. It's like
No, it sounds good. Okay, all right. So I think I always try to do 4 when we do these lists. I'm sticking with TLC.
Which
Ooh,
TLC?
TLC.
Ooh,
The
on
first one,
TLC
debut
too.
album.
Oh, Crazy
Yeah.
Sexy
What
Cool.
about Crazy
No,
Sexy?
is that Crazy Sexy Cool?
No.
Let me look up
No,
Crazy
the
Sexy
one with
Cool because
the one with What About Your Friends and Baby 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 and Hat to the Back. So that one, I'm gonna go with Aquemini. I'm gonna go with Machiavelli, and I'm gonna go with. Did I say Doggy Style?
You said
I think
Doggy Style, yeah.
Yeah. So they're my 4. Anybody want to check out 400 Degrees?
I thought about it. TLC tip. I want to
Who on the CLC tip is No Skip. Yep, I'll give you that one.
shock that monkey. Let me figure out what that's about.
Hack that monkey.
Ye got some hits though.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna pass on that.
You gonna pass on Ye?
No.
Oh, you gonna pass on TLC?
No, I'm gonna pass on TLC because even though shock that monkey had me grooving, but
I probably need to actually look at the track.
yeah,
list.
you like
as
you get to song
as
3,
I-
like yeah, that
as
skip.
I confidently say them. Because sometimes you just remember the songs you listen to.
yeah. So
and you forget.
So I'm
that
gonna
might be
go. I will go
My bad on
Machiavelli
that one. Okay.
Would
because
you
it
say
might
the
not be
purple
a
tape?
banger, but I'll listen to it. I'll go Machiavelli. I'm gonna double down on The Love Below for me. I'm gonna go Ye, the college dropout, and I'll roll with you on Doggy Style.
Okay.
As close to a no skip album.
I'm gonna go 2. So Boyz II Men, right? That's the one that we were talking about. That's got like
yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
But there are a couple. Like when you get down to, I don't know if it's in the beginning or the end. Maybe I'm too critical of that.
And y'all know I'm a Wu-Tang fan. Into the Wu-Tang, I think may be one for me. It might not be for everybody else, but that's one that I can listen to the entire thing, no skip, but it might not be considered a no skip because it's so eclectic, right? I think that's the problem with a lot of these. When you say it's a no skip album, the problem comes in where for one person it might be a no skip album, but somebody else might not want like one song on there, right? And that's the problem with like your compilation albums, your Wu-Tangs and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I don't like how, Jizza raps, so I'm not gonna listen to that song because he's prominent in that one or whatever. And so that, I think it makes it really, really difficult when you talk about those group ones.
I gotta take TLC off the list.
Where'd you stop? Shake That Monkey?
I just looked at the track list. I was like, oh.
Did you look at Crazy Sexy Cool though, or Waterfalls? Because those actually were like their better albums.
Well, Waterfall is on Crazy Sexy.
Yeah.
I never want to hear that song again. By the way, as dope as it is, but my God, they played it something. It got some hits on here. Red Light, Creep, Digging on You. You know what? I've never listened to this from beginning to end. I don't even recognize some of these songs. So I can't say. I'm not as big a TLC fan as I thought.
Yeah.
So I got 3. I definitely got 3 though. Aquemini, Doggy Style, Machiavelli. Let me see if I can overlook these skits on Ye, and then we can.
My bad. I had y'all thinking way too hard.
As much as I don't like Kanye, current Kanye. By the way, if he was in his right mind, he would be so great for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn it, he cheating us. He is cheating us.
Damn. Tried everything. I would escape, man. I'm trying.
And that's what they were saying. It's like it's very difficult. Like nothing's a true no skip. So because there are people that even like we say Doggy Style. I think there are people that might be like, no, not really. So
it ain't about them though. It's about you having one that you don't skip. And that's hard in itself. You definitely can't find one for other people. Let me look at Illmatic, man. I'm a late Nas fan, relatively speaking, but
I do like Illmatic.
He is in my top 5.
I really like Illmatic. But it's a couple on there. And the same with Notorious, like Life After Death and Ready to Die. Both of those, like, there may be like one song on there that you're like, I'm not really feeling it.
Sometimes I overlook Big because I still revert back to my young days when I felt like I had to choose a side, and I was Team Pac. But Ready to Die, okay. Do I like Machine Gun? I skipped that. This was fun, bro. Man, and that's the thing too. You'll get so many people that will run off a list of albums with no skips. But then when you like press them, like looking at it track for track, it's like, do you really listen to this one though? Nah, I don't. I skip over that one. But it's not a bad song. It doesn't matter if it's a bad song or not. Do you skip it? You know who we haven't mentioned? And it's a damn shame.
Audition.
Kendrick Lamar's Damn and Kendrick Lamar's GNX. And Damn.
Yeah. Or the new Clips album too. That might be one that, but again, there's a couple that I can see people skipping, right? Or so GNX though.
So I got 3, and then like a spades game, I got 3 and some possibles. Like, what about Off the Wall? Michael Jackson.
Or Thriller. It does.
And I Trust the Director.
Thriller might be it. Thriller might be it.
Oh, you looking at Thriller?
Ooh. Want to be starting something? Baby Be Mine. The Girl Is Mine. Thriller. Beat It. Billie Jean. Human Nature. PYT. The Lady in My Life. Bruh.
Believe it or not, Thriller might be the only one I skip. I like the video, but that's not something I want to
Right, that's true.
Or listen to.
You skip it because it's long, but it's a great song.
That's a heavyweight. That's a heavyweight. So let's.
Hey man, I'm gonna look at Any Heartbreak, dog. Go into that. We're looking at If It Isn't Love, Any Heartbreak, Crucial, You're Not My Kind of Girl, Super Lady, Can You Stay in the Rain, I'm Coming Home, Boys to Men. Like it.
If it isn't
once
love,
again,
I don't know. Competition. I probably
listen.
Okay.
It might be like not a hit. I feel like it might have been a Trick Daddy song or something. I mean, Trick Daddy might have an album or something that I just
no.
I feel like it's something
like that's what. And so when he was saying there's no skip rap albums, like it's really, you see how we had to expand and go to kind of R&B or pop or whatever for it, because it's like it is really, really difficult. I mean, truthfully, what did we say? You said Aquemini and we said Snoop, but other than that, and Tupac, you said Machiavelli.
Well, yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm still going College Dropout.
I mess with heavy. You still going College Dropout? I think Trick Daddy is either Book of Thugs, Chapter AK, Verse 47. I'm not saying it's a no skip. I'm just talking about albums that I really mess with.
Yeah, that's the one. Book of Thugs, like that's the one with like I'm a Thug and all that on there. Yeah, that one go hard.
And could it be? So could it be, baby, that I'm lost getting soft for just falling in love? Let me take a look gander. What's crazy about Ye is he followed it up with Late Registration. And then he followed that up with the Graduation. Like, man, just out the gate. 3 in a row, bro. So if you skip the skits, that don't count, right, Ronnie?
I don't count skits. Yeah. Because, I mean, once you've heard the skit a couple times, you're going to skip that. But I do think it's when we say no skip, for me, it's at least on my first one.
He got a couple I skipped. Workout Plan.
You don't like Workout Plan?
Both of them. I
like Workout Plans. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and get that body right.
Well, put it this way. Buff, I want you on
he got
Workout
2 skits
Plan,
in a row.
like today. So there's songs that, like, if I played, this is 20 years ago, right? When that album dropped, I'm hitting it all. Today, I'm going to skip it just because I don't have enough time to.
You're not feeling it like that. But that's the thing. Like, if you put Snoop on, like, say you're on a road trip and I got 5 hours or whatever, and I throw that album on, am I going to just sit and ride? Like, I'll do that to T.I. Is it I'm Serious? I think it's I'm Serious.
Paper Trail.
Or it might be Paper Trail. I can't remember which one.
Paper Trail got a lot of commercial hits, but I am a trap music fan when it comes to T.I.
So, cause I'm Serious had like T.I. versus TIP, Get Away. Like, I'm Serious that's my album.
It's a lot of editing you're gonna have to do, brother.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because we did a lot of him and Han on this.
Baby, stick it, baby. All right, let's go. So we got him. So
We good?
Buddy was on to something. I think we found a few. Buddy was on to something though.
Yeah, it definitely takes some thinking though. I gotta go with my original answer too, Blueprint.
Yeah, Blueprint. Yep.
Jay-Z, Blueprint. So I do have 4.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Damn. I tried to get you in that TLC, but there's a couple of tracks on there. That's okay. You got something, Ferg, or you want me to go?
He's still looking at the songs.
All right, man. This might be. So look, this is not a question.
Sorry, Blueprint is definitely on there.
Yeah, okay, my man.
Take 30 seconds and go through Blueprint.
Yeah,
You can just hear the first 3 seconds. You're like, yep. My bad, Jay. That's on me. That's on me.
He ends it with Renegade. You know what I mean? So an unpopular opinion. I know everybody says Eminem can't rap now, but that Marshall Mathers LP, it may be a skip on there. It's probably a skip on there, but
it's solid though. It is definitely solid. Yeah. And the thing about it is there's some things it's like it's a no skip or close to no skip, but the songs are okay. Like that one, it was all bangers. It's up there with like Doggy Style and stuff. And I think you mentioned Dre as like that GOAT producer. I think that's a little bit of it. Yeah. It's because Dre produced both of them.
Yeah, man. I just wanted, because I know the popular thing now is the pushback that a white boy can't, and he's not the greatest. I don't think he's the greatest, but Eminem can. Early 2000s, Eminem can rap. I know he's kind of changed his style now. This question isn't about who you think is most important. We've been over that. You know, it's the spouse, then the kids, then the family. So it's not about that. I want you guys to listen to the circumstances of each person. Okay? It's 5 different people. I hope y'all haven't seen this post. You probably have, but it's 5 different people asking you for $500. All right? 5 different people. First person is your mama. Hey, can I have $500 until I'm paid? I have no food. So mama need food. Second person is your daughter. Dad, do you have $500? I'm short on my rent. She's short on her rent. So mama ain't got no food. Daughter short on her rent. Mama hits you up. Hey, grandbaby, can I borrow $500? My light's off. Fourth person, your brother. Brody, let me get $500 until later. I'm going to give you double back. And then the last person is your fiance. Baby, can you send me $500? I left my wallet at work. So to recap, I'm going to need the money because she ain't got no food. Granny need it because her light's off. Your daughter short on her rent. Your brother, he ain't say why. He just say he going to pay you back double. And your fiance really ain't say why other than she left her wallet at home. So who you sending the $500 to?
Leo probably called me up. I'm like, that's just $2,500. Like number 2,500. Like everybody get it, but
right, Rising gonna hook up everybody. Okay, so you're not Big Daddy Warbucks Rising right now. Damn it!
You got $500.
You can only help out one person.
Okay, all right. I got $500 to spare. Yeah. I can only help out one person. That's a hard one.
Flex, by the way.
No. That was a joke.
No, it wasn't, folks. That was not a joke. That's
a hard one. It's probably out of grandma and mom, mainly because I assume like daughter being late on the rent, she's not like months late, or is it like she's getting evicted if she don't pay it? Like I assume she's late on the rent or she can't pay rent, but she's not getting evicted. So for me, it's about prioritizing what's most important, not necessarily the person there. And so it's probably going to be one of those two, right? Lights of food. I hate to say it, but it might be that grandma, you got to come stay with me. Lights getting turned off or whatever. Like I'm going to problem solve that. So it'd probably be my mom. Like I just looking at it like my fiance needing $500. There's a lot of questions there. Like, what you need $500 for? That you ain't got your wallet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why you need it right now and you can't just go home and get your wallet, or you can get it tomorrow? Can't you pay us tomorrow? Like, something's up there. So for me, I think it's my mom. Just because that's kind of, my mom's not here, right? If she needs food and I got to send it to Mobile, that's where I'm gonna send it. But if, to that same point, if grandma's in a different city too, she can't come stay with me and she need her lights on. God, that's a hard one, man. I don't know. I really don't. Because the situations are different. Now, if the situations were exactly the same and now it's just based on who I want to give it to more, probably my fiance. Hate to say it, but she comes first. You know, Ferg and the eye twitch. You don't like that answer?
Okay, so Roger, you said your mama?
Yeah,
or
my
was it
mom,
granny?
so she can eat. Yeah.
Okay, so she can get food. Okay. All right, Ferg. Mama need food, daughter need rent, granny need lights, Brody
Now,
just
is this
needed.
rent? Is this rent of her about to get kicked out? Just
I think she's just behind on rent this month.
first of all, $500 in food is a lot for one person. Just throw it out there. It's a lot we could do. Can I see you 112 and can I buy your groceries?
Get you through the week.
It's between my daughter and mother. My daughter, because at the end of the day, she is my responsibility. Everybody else is somebody I'm willing to assist. But my daughter is, at the end of the day, my responsibility. My mom, I feel like we can work out something between siblings and other people. There's a network, right? There's other people that should be able to help as well. Same thing with grandmother. My brother, same thing. Grown man, like, you're at the bottom of the list right now, sir. My fiance, all the reason she wouldn't be up there is just because if even today, if Z ever needs a surprise $500, that there's something going on, right? Like, well, no, I'm not in a negative way. I'm like, we're intertwined to the point where that shouldn't be a surprise to us,
Right.
Yeah.
right? That is, if her car breaks down, I know what's going on. I'm leaning towards my daughter and my mother. I'm gonna stick with my daughter just because, at the end of the day, she is my responsibility.
So I look at this a few ways. First off, I'm with you. It's out of mama, daughter, baby, granny. Brother, I'm taking this post at face value. Brother ain't even told me what he needed for. So if you can't even tell me what you needed for, then
And anytime you say I'm giving you double, that means you're trying to do a flip. And I ain't look.
Yeah,
I ain't got time for that.
So on one scenario, if I can only give one person $500, then I'm probably gonna lean towards my daughter. $500 worth of food is, I think I could still help my mama out. Yeah, like, why do you need $500 worth of food? Like, who you feeding?
Well, you know,
I got
the
food
church
on-
picnic tomorrow.
It's my day. Yeah.
I got enough food. It's enough over here. I cook. You come over here and eat. You know what I mean? So if I can just try and help everybody,
Excited about that ring.
We worked hard for it.
show that thing, man. If I can help everybody, I'm gonna cook enough to eat for my mom to come and eat. I'm gonna help my daughter out. Maybe Granny can come spend the night till the lights get turned back on, and I'm not worried about brother. My fiance, you left your wallet. I'll bring your wallet up to your job. And why you need $500? What are you about to buy? But I'll bring her wallet.
Yeah, there's no reason for my wife ever to need a random $500. They got this purse on sale. It was $700 yesterday.
I can't
But,
leave. I'm holding it, and if I put it down, somebody else gonna get it.
Yeah.
So you better.
It's not meant for you, baby.
I'm with you, Buff. I think there's solutions. There's workarounds. It's a thing in life. You learn how to be resourceful and use your resources. And everybody else outside of my daughter, I am their resource.
I will say though, if Granny $500 behind on her light bill, that sounds like and they're off.
Mm-hmm.
she might need the help the most. Like I might can help my daughter catch up next
Right.
month.
That's how I look at it. It's
I don't want
urgency.
Granny to be out in the
Right,
cold.
like that's how I look at it. I look at it as urgency. Like if it's not, you're getting evicted if you don't pay for it. We'll figure that out next week. We'll figure that out next month. Right now, I got to worry about these lights getting cut off. Mom can't eat. And to your point, maybe it's $250 so that your lights stay on because you're making payments on it. And I send mom $250 because we can get some groceries through the next couple of weeks while you wait on your check, while SNAP benefits get turned back on, whatever it is, right? Like we gonna work that out. So I think this is a very simplified problem solving exercise where most of us it's not gonna be a cut and dry.
But I think all of it's problem solving. So with my mom and my grandmother, there's other layers. So let me call my siblings like, hey, y'all know mama don't got no food. She has brothers and sisters. My grandmother, same thing. Like, hey, what's going on with Granny? What's going on with her lights? Hey, let me look into this program. I know they, for people on fixed incomes, there might be there's research and there's things that we can do, right? That I can assist, and it doesn't all fall on me.
Yeah. And I just think
but at
that,
the end of the day,
go ahead.
There's no right or wrong answer, right? But for me, I think the reason I lean towards my daughter a little more is because I am the person who is responsible for her.
Right, she's your responsibility. Like, yeah. Mom and grandma are not
responsibility for mom. I've taken responsibility for my mom and my, people. They're under my protection. My household falls under my protection. That's my wife and my kids. And so I look at it like that. But like you said, if it's $500, you're gonna have to pay a late fee next week, then yeah, that's a little different. But they all need to manage their money better.
That's
$100 groceries, $100 utility bill.
I say better be careful with her answer before some get called off.
Yeah.
Hell, you need $5 for. So I don't think we have any idea how we doing on time, right?
Yeah, we did a lot of him and holler, but we probably over though. Once we close and everything, we be good.
Let's go ahead and close it on out. Oh yeah, because we did that. Yeah,
all the thinking.
Let's go ahead and close it on out, fellas.
Yeah, only thing I got, man, I want to, if you guys have never been to Phoenix VR or Sandbox or any of those kind of VR places, I'm going to say go, because they are pretty dope. I have a, MetaQuest or Oculus at the house, and so I have a VR goggles, and so I've played games on it, and but going to those places,
you have both?
No, just one. I'm just saying in general. Like both? I don't have both. No, I have one. So some folks don't know what the MetaQuest is. They know about Oculus. So I was just kind of throwing names out there for it. I have a VR headset. So we play on it and everything, but we went to Phoenix VR tonight for my nephew's birthday party, and it is like a dope experience. So it's like 5 to 6 people. All of y'all have VR helmets on, and so y'all are all in this inclusive, immersive experience together. And you can see them, y'all can see, and y'all are like fighting the same enemies and everything like that. And so it was a really, really, really fun time there. So I'm just kind of shouting them out, man. If you are looking for an experience, want something to do with the family that, especially like young kids, it's dope. And so it's a good time, good use of, an hour and a half, if you're looking for something to do with the family. So that's all I got, man. Just wanted to kind of shout them out and, make sure you're still out there voting and doing whatever you can to get whoever you want to be elected. So
there's some runoffs going on, so I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Tab and I did something like that on our last date day, the whole VR thing. That's why I want a headset now. We had so much fun. Mm-hmm. So what I got, man, we kind of touched at the beginning, but look, man, I know this could rub some people the wrong way, and they will undoubtedly disagree with me probably. But everything that's going on with Snap, everything that's going on in general, I like to pick specific things. What's going on with Snap and how Ketanji had to do this very well thought out maneuver to even try and help people out. The Supreme Court is 6'3" conservative. It could easily be 6'3" liberal. right now. But in 2016, we had Bernie Bros, we had Never Hillarys, and then in this past election, we had Gaza is speaking bitch, and as far as talking to Kamala, and we had people that just flat out stayed home and allowed this man to become president again. And I cannot forget what Michelle Obama said and how we expected so much of Kamala and allow him to get away with some of the most ignorant, incoherent things we've ever heard and seen. And now we're in the position now where even in a shutdown, there were protections in place. There's extra money put aside to continue to pay SNAP benefits. We have a president that is actively trying to not pay for these benefits to where people will literally not eat. And I know the lazy thing to say is both sides are the same. Both sides are the same. They're all in it together. All these different conspiracy theories are like that. Some of that could be true, but ultimately, I always feel like that's a very lazy way to think because you don't want to deal with the nuances and the differences in the parties. And the big difference right now is you got a person who only cares about himself and his legacy, and he is willing to let people starve to protect it. You decided to sit home because of whatever your reason was. And now we're stuck with this guy. We haven't even been a year into this administration. We got people getting locked up, sent to countries they've never even been to, that so-called their home countries, while they're on their way to work. We're not talking about the way they paint illegal immigrants that are just like criminals and stealing off the system. We're talking about people with families who have legitimate jobs and just trying to make it, getting picked up, scooped up, and sent all over the place. That's the predicament. That's the situation we're in now. So, yes, I constantly blame you Green Party voters, you Never Hillary voters, because remember, if Hillary won in 2016, we probably never hear from this man again. But you guys wanted to do this and worry about her emails and shit. So now we left with this kind of shit. So no matter how bad things get, I still get angry at the people who chose unwisely, in my opinion. So
An impeached felon.
Yeah. Twice impeached. Rozzy kind of mentioned this also with the whole blue wave. I don't call it quite a blue wave. I just would say this, man. If you're a Democratic voter or whatever like that, let's not overplay this. Let's not overplay it. Let's build on it. Is hell. It's kind of like the Ravens right now. The Ravens were 1-5. They got 2 wins in a row. You got some fans saying, we're about to go on a roll now, make it to the playoffs, and then eventually Super Bowl. Slow down. We beat Chicago. And we beat Miami. Okay? Slow down. It was a good night for Dems. I do not want to downplay that. But you got to continue on that momentum. You got to do something with it. You got to paint, you got to present a clear alternative to what the other side is offering. So in midterms, you can have that true blue wave. So build on the momentum. Don't overplay it. Don't think that the game is over and that you won and made it to the finish line. And last but not least, Nancy Pelosi, former Speaker Pelosi, has announced that she's going to retire at the end of her term in 2027. That is going to be 40 years in Congress. The first and only female Speaker of the House of Representatives. No matter what you think about her, she is historic. She got things done, especially during the Obama presidency. And for every favorite Democrat elected official that you know nationally, she probably has had a hand in helping them get elected because she's a hell of a fundraiser as well. This is how you know
she is Clay Davis level.
Yes, this is how you know she's good. The fact that the Republican Party has consistently made her like public enemy number 1 lets you know how effective she has been. So I know some people feel like she should have been stepped down, but you know, she's 85 now. She's finally stepping down. So hell of a career to her. And Maida, whoever steps in her place, keep the ball rolling, man. But hell of a career for her. That's all I got.
Well, I'm going to wrap it up. Today is November 8th. So tomorrow will be November 9th, one of my favorite days of the year. It marks two special days for me. It marks the day that I entered the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated 24 glorious years ago. And also the day that I met my wife. When I met her because I was hanging out because it was my online anniversary. So on this day in 2008, which is 17 years ago, I met the future love of my life. And so I always celebrate this day. And it's just so weird because so many things had to fall into place for these things to happen. So happy I met you 17 years ago anniversary. You let her tell it. That's our first anniversary. That's the day we start. In her mind, we started dating.
Sounds
Okay.
about right. Woman
But,
logic.
Yeah. But no, I just wanted to take note. Shout out to my line brothers, 24 years of friendship, brotherhood. I wouldn't trade you guys for the world. And with that being said, 3 brothers, no sense. 6 rules of podcast. Listen, like, share, subscribe, comment, and most importantly, again, talk to you next week.
Peace.